Do you consider yourself a perfectionist? Do you spend so much time trying to make things perfect that you struggle to get started or never quite finish? I know exactly what that's like. My dad told me something when I was a child. He would say, "Son, if you're not going to do something right, then don't do it at all." I lived most of my life by that saying. But then I noticed something. I was so afraid of not doing something right that I chose to do nothing at all. I would convince myself that I don't know enough, or it's not perfect yet, or I might not be capable. And all those worries would keep me frozen. Tasks used to be so hard and take so long. I would build things up to be such a big deal, like they were the most important thing in the world. And if I didn't succeed perfectly, I would be a failure. And if I failed, then Dad was right. I should not have done it at all. I'm sure you've heard the saying, perfectionism is the enemy of done. For me, that couldn't have been more true. But at a certain point, I asked myself, what if Dad was wrong? So instead of trying to do everything perfectly, I changed my approach. I made up my mind to do things as well as I could within the time I had, then let them go. I promised myself that if it wasn't good enough or someone pointed out something that needed to change, I would revise it and put it back out there. But I can tell you that to this day, I've never had to revise anything. It was always good enough. If you consider yourself a perfectionist, you probably already do things better than most people. Even your lower quality work likely exceeds what most others produce. Another important note is that there is no such thing as perfect. Perfect is subjective. And the truth is, not everyone will like what you produce. What's important is that you are proud of what you put out there. But things don't have to be top-notch, especially if you have time constraints. I see my daughter struggle with her schoolwork sometimes. She wants everything worked out in her mind before she starts. Everything has to be grand and impressive. She overwhelms herself so much that she's exhausted before she even starts the project. Her projects and her grades suffer because her mind is so tired thinking about the project that very little actually gets done. Since adopting my new strategy, I get so much more done. I don't procrastinate nearly as much either. I do my best in the time I have, and I let it go. I still have the mindset that if I need to improve on it later, I will, but I honestly doubt it will ever be necessary. Projects are much easier for me now, and my work still exceeds the expectations of most people. I remember going back to my dad and saying, "Remember what you told me as a boy about not doing something if I wasn't going to do it right?" I choose to no longer live by that statement. I told him exactly what I'm suggesting to you. I believe it's better to do something as well as you can than let it go. I explained that his advice had held me back from completing many things in my life, and that I wasn't going to live that way anymore. I highly suggest you adopt this new approach to getting things done. Things don't have to be perfect. As I mentioned, there's really no such thing as perfect anyway. Don't put so much weight on things. Most things aren't really that important. And instead of waiting until you can clearly see how the finished project will look, just get started. The project will unfold as it's supposed to. You can revise as you go. Get things done to your best ability in the amount of time you have, then let it go. You can even make the same commitment to yourself that I did. If something truly needs to be revised and put back out there, that's okay. But I think you'll be surprised when you discover you never have to. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments and I'll do my best to provide clarity. I wish you success. Thank you for watching. Take care.